You might not have more clutter than before, but it may feel like you have less space inside yourself to carry it. A stack of papers, a full cupboard, and an untidy room. These things can start to feel louder after 50, not because you have become weaker, but because your mind may be asking for more calm and fewer unfinished demands. This is one of those changes many people feel but do not always know how to explain. In this video, we will look at why clutter feels different now, what makes it worse, and how small steps can make your home feel lighter again. If clutter has started to affect you more than it used to, please know this: you are not lazy, you are not failing, and you are not imagining it. A lot of people notice after 50 that clutter affects them differently. It is not just the mess itself, it is the feeling that comes with it. The background pressure, the visual noise, the quiet sense that everything around you is asking for something. You walk into a room, and before you have even done anything, your mind starts making a list. That needs moving, that needs sorting, that needs fixing, that needs deciding. That should have been dealt with months ago. And suddenly, the room is not just a room. It feels like a collection of unfinished decisions. That is one of the reasons clutter can feel so overwhelming. Clutter is not only physical, it is mental. Every object that does not have a clear place can quietly ask your brain a question. Where should this go? Do I still need it? Should I keep it? Will someone else want it? What if I throw it away and regret it? And when there are too many of those questions at once, your brain can feel full before you have even started. When you are younger, you might have more spare energy to push through those questions. You may be busy, but you often have more ability to ignore the background noise. You can walk past the pile, you can tell yourself you will deal with it later. You can carry the extra pressure without noticing quite so much. But after 50, many people become more sensitive to what drains them. Your mind may want more peace. Your body may have less patience for constant low-level stress. Your energy may not bounce back in the same way it once did. So clutter that used to feel annoying can start to feel heavier. It can make you feel stuck. It can make you feel behind. It can even make you feel as if your life is more out of control than it really is. And this matters because clutter often carries history. By the time you are over 50, your home may hold decades of life, old paperwork, family things, clothes from another season of yourself, gifts you kept out of politeness, items from children who have moved out, things from parents, partners, old jobs, past hobbies, or dreams that changed. So when you try to clear clutter, you are not just moving objects. Sometimes you are touching memories. Sometimes you are facing decisions you have not had the energy or clarity to deal with yet. And sometimes you are looking at a version of your life that no longer quite fits, but you are not sure what to do with it. That is why telling yourself, just tidy up, often does not work. Because the real issue may not be the tidying. The real issue may be that your home has slowly filled with things that still need a decision, a place, or a good send-off. And there is no shame in that. Most people do not create clutter because they are careless. They create it because life keeps moving. Things come in, responsibilities pile up, energy gets used elsewhere, losses happen, transitions happen, families change, work changes, health changes, our priorities change. And one day, you look around and realize your space has not caught up with who you are now. After 50, this can feel especially strong because many people begin wanting something different from their environment. You may no longer want a home that simply stores things. You may want a home that calms you. You may want fewer decisions, more breathing room, less visual noise, a bit more ease. And that is not being fussy. It is often a sign that your needs are changing. Clutter also becomes harder when you blame yourself for it. You might say, I should have sorted this by now. Or, other people seem to manage. Or, I don't know why I let things get this bad. But self-criticism can usually make clutter harder, not easier. When you speak to yourself harshly, your body becomes more tense. And when you feel tense, even little tasks can feel that much bigger. Another thing that makes clutter worse is trying to deal with everything at once. You look at the whole room, the whole cupboard, the whole garage, the whole house, and your mind just freezes. That freeze is not weakness. It is your brain saying, this is too many decisions at once. And when a task feels too large, many people avoid it completely. not because they don't care, but because they can't find a clear starting point. Clutter also becomes much harder when every item feels equally important. A letter you might need, a coat you rarely wear, a gift you feel guilty letting go of, a box you have not opened in years. When everything feels important, nothing feels simple. And when nothing feels simple, it is easy to stop before you begin. So what helps? Usually not a dramatic clear out, not a huge weekend project, not forcing yourself to become a completely different person overnight. What helps is making the clutter smaller in your mind. The first step is to stop thinking in rooms and start thinking in zones. Do not say, I need to sort the kitchen. Say, I am going to clear this one corner of the counter. Do not say, I need to declutter the bedroom. Say, I'm going to empty this one drawer. A drawer is easier than a room. A shelf is easier than a cupboard. One small surface is easier than a whole house. This matters because progress creates relief. When your eyes can rest on one clearer space, your mind gets a small signal. Something is changing. The second step is to make fewer decisions at one time. Clutter feels overwhelming partly because every item asks for a decision, so limit the number of decisions. Pick up 10 items, not 100. Set a gentle timer for 10 minutes, not 3 hours. Choose only 3 simple categories: keep, let go, and not sure. That not sure category is important. It stops you from getting stuck on one difficult object. You do not have to solve every decision in the moment. You can come back to it later. The third step is to begin with the clutter that affects your daily peace the most. This may not be the biggest area. It may be the chair where everything lands, the bedside table, the kitchen counter, the hallway, the place you see first thing in the morning or last thing at night. Clearing one daily stress point can make your whole home feel lighter, not perfect, just lighter. And sometimes lighter is enough to begin. The fourth step is to ask a kinder, more useful question. Instead of, why did I let this pile up? Ask, what do I need my home to help me feel now? That question changes the whole tone. It moves you away from blame and towards support. Maybe you need calm. Maybe you need order. Maybe you need easier mornings. Maybe you need fewer reminders of old responsibilities. Maybe you need your space to reflect who you are now, not only who you have been. That is a gentle but powerful shift, because decluttering after 50 is not just about getting rid of things. It is about making room for the life you are actually living now. You do not have to erase your past. You do not have to become minimalist. You do not have to throw away things that truly matter. But you are allowed to stop keeping things that quietly drain you. You are allowed to create space that supports your peace. You are allowed to make your home easier to live in. So if clutter feels more overwhelming now, try not to see it as proof that you are less capable. It may simply mean your mind is asking for more calm. Your energy is asking for more simplicity. And your life is asking for a space that fits this season better. Start small, one drawer, one surface, 10 minutes, one kind decision at a time. You are not behind. You are adjusting. And with a gentler approach, your home can slowly become a place that gives something back to you instead of always asking more from you. And if this helped you feel a little clearer, you may want to subscribe to Well After 50, where we talk about the quiet changes that happen in this stage of life and the simple steps that can help you feel steadier again.